Yo, what is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., we will be able to have access to Smite 2.
Oh my god!
First weekend, no NDA. We'll be live streaming on my channel the entire time. I know I've said that a lot, but I just want to get it out there. Twitch, Inbowned. I'll be streaming a whole lot. The Smite channel, the official one, just dropped a video titled Smite 2, 5 Things to Know Before Playing Smite 2. You know, I got curious because there's things that I need to know before playing the game also, and things that you guys are probably interested in also. So I'm going to watch the video, kind of get my thoughts on it, anything that I think I need to add into it also. Let's jump right in.
What's up, Smite fans? Trelly here, and
Love
we are
this
going
guy.
to be going over some changes that you can expect when jumping into Smite 2. Please remember, as a game that is constantly updated, there's going to be some more changes and patch notes, things like that. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe, be tuned in for all the future updates. Let's jump into the changes.
Keep in mind also, before we even get into this game is in complete alpha. It is a very hard work in progress. There's a lot of changes that they've made from even Worlds of this year. So there's still a lot of changes that are to come, and there's still a lot of changes that even from when they recorded this might even change.
So a brand new feature coming to Smite 2 is going to be the Interact key. Throughout the map, there are objects and objectives that when approached will provide the player with a contextual button prompt in order to interact with. Now these interactions can range from capturing the war horn in solo lane to provide a buff to your next minion waves, using teleporters to traverse the map, opening doors to your team's base, and even picking up jungle buffs. That's right, no more accidentally taking your mid laner's red buff.
I am not a fan of the Interact key so far. Everything about it, I would just prefer if I walked into it and stood there for half a second instead of picking up this buff or using the teleporter or capturing the war horn. Like, all of it is stuff that, yeah, I mean, the stuff is cool, but I don't want to interact with like a button. I want to focus on the gameplay at hand. And like, if I'm 1v1ing someone, I want to be focused on that and not pressing the interact key. I think it just adds this extra step that makes the game feel a little bit clunky, I guess.
We've made some new adjustments to keep them fresh and exciting. The buffs that are given have been tweaked a little, but not so much that returning players will be confused.
Okay, let's take a look at these. Blight, Inspiration, Pathfinder, Primal. So there's one less buff. Attacks and abilities apply poison that deal 5% of max health over 3 seconds. That's a whole lot of damage. You and nearby allies gain 15 strength and, wow, and intelligence. Okay. Grants 4% movement speed. Oh, I hate the speed buff. Speed buff is so omega broken. Oh, taking damage removes all stacks, though? I do not hate this new speed buff. A lot of you guys know that I am a big hater of the current speed buff. It's like the PvP aspect of it that is the worst. The PvE stuff and like getting to one side of the map and the other really quickly is a little annoying, but it's not nearly as bad as a jungler taking a 1v1 against you, realizing that he's losing it, and then just takes off and you can't chase him down.
You gotta be quicker than that.
We'll see. Still not a massive fan of speed buff, but I think this is a decent start. And then Primal gain 15 protections upon hitting an enemy god with an ability. Max 3 stacks. Okay.
On who gets what. Solo lane still gets blue buff, ADC gets purple, and you get red, because how else are you going to carry your team to victory? When you first clear a jungle buff camp though, you might be surprised when you don't see it drop a buff. That's because as you clear camps, they level up, providing a stronger and stronger buff the more times it's been cleared. The camps will start dropping buffs once they hit level 2, so make sure you're clearing them as quickly as possible so they can keep leveling up and get stronger.
No early buff.
One of the biggest changes that a returning player might notice when jumping into Smite 2 is there's no longer a divide between physical and magical when talking about gods and items.
Yep. I like this.
Gods' abilities will now scale off of either strength or intelligence, which
Or
items
both.
now provide instead of physical or magical power. Certain gods, like Neith, will have some abilities that scale off of strength, while others scale off intelligence. Now, because this divide no longer exists, combinations that were only dreams in Smite 1 are now possible in Smite 2. I'm talking about crit Ymir, baby. Ooh. Now, Relics have also had a bit of an update in Smite 2. When a player loads into a match, they will automatically be given purification beads and a vision ward. What used to be relic options in Smite 1 are now active items that can be purchased in the item store.
So let me start off with, I love the active items. It's great. I still hate that everybody gets base beads. Make it blink. 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 It'd make the game so much more fun.
This means there are
And for those of you that are like,
Oh, but we need beads. There's so much CC in the game.
they're lowering the amount of CC in Smite 2 versus Smite 1.
no limits to how many a player can purchase. If you wanted to, you could have 6 items with active effects, as well as your purification beads and a vision ward. Now, we don't necessarily recommend that, but it's always an option, so have fun and experiment. In Smite 2, the Gold Fury will also be getting an update in order to keep it relevant moving into the late game.
Ooh.
In Smite 1, there was a rotating cast of 3 different Gold Furies to try and keep them relevant in the later stages of the game.
All
While
right.
that was still beneficial, in Smite 2, we've added a new mechanic to make sure you keep both sides of the map contested, especially when it comes to the later stages of the game. After the Gold Fury has been slain 3 times, the Ancient Fury will spawn in, and she
Gold Fury kill one you now. Your speed boost out of fountain is now permanently doubled. Okay. Nearby friendly minions take reduced damage and deal more damage. Deal 25% bonus true damage to structures and gain 50 protections when nearest.
is much more powerful.
Okay.
Killing the Ancient
That, in some scenarios, is better than fire. That is crazy.
Fury will grant a buff to sieging for your team by disabling enemy structures for a short period of time. This is a great
3
help if
minutes.
you want to try and push down some Phoenixes late game. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That is crazy. A lot of cool changes that Smite 2 has gone through. A little catch up and things that you guys need to know before heading into Smite 2 on Thursday. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop down below any questions, comments you guys have about Smite 2. Curious what you guys think so far. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.